Hello guys, welcome back to another video of mine. This is your preview for Chelsea versus Lille tomorrow in the Champions League. Sorry it's a little bit late today. I did say I'd get out on Monday, so I wanted to get it out today rather than leave it till early tomorrow morning or early afternoon. I am in college tomorrow, so that would have been impossible, so I needed to get it out this evening. So apologies for it being late, but I'm glad that it is out this evening now. I have calmed down since the review on Saturday. It's been a few days, and it's been 2 days since then, so I've had a chance to process the result and, you know, kind of move on from it. So you're going to get a bit more of a relaxed, calm me today. I'm sure the non-Chelsea fans amongst you who watched the video on Saturday got a good laugh out of it, a good bit of fun watching me go absolutely ballistic and rip into the team for that horror show on Saturday. But we have to move on. No point dwelling on it. We can pick out the pieces that went wrong and try and improve on it, but there's no point just berating the players and the manager, because they're never going to improve if we just keep berating them and telling them how crap they were at the weekend. So we have to move on and try and use it to our advantage tomorrow when we play Lille. Now, this is our final Champions League group game. This is it. There's no second chances now. This is D-Day. This is it. This is everything's on the line. We have to win. Simple as that. We have to win. We don't have any other well, I think if Ajax beat Valencia and we draw tomorrow, we go through. But let's be honest, if we draw the game, I'll be disappointed. We should be, if we're being realistic and being truthful, we really should be beating Lille at home. We really should. It's a game that we should win. Don't get me wrong, if Ajax do beat Valencia and we get a draw, I'll be pleased, because it means we're in the knockout stages of the Champions League. But I would really rather us win the game and just get the job done and not have to worry about the Ajax and Valencia game, and just book our place with it in our own hands and just put it behind us and focus on the knockout stages. But as I said, it's a massive game. This is Frank Lampard's most important game as Chelsea manager so far, and it's the young players who've come in this season. It's their biggest game so far, so this is a real test of their character, their mentality, their attitude, their application, how they go about this game, how up for it they are, and how determined they are to get into the last 16 of the Champions League, because it's a big thing for young players. They've never played Champions League football before this season, so getting into the knockout stage for them will be massive for their career development and for them to improve as players. So it's massively important. As I said, not only for the young players developing, but for us as a club. We're a big club. We need to be playing in the knockout stage of the Champions League. We need to be getting to the latter stages of the Champions League. So I cannot emphasise how important this game is, and we need to win. And to do that, we need to pick the right team now. This is probably the most difficult one I've done so far this season, trying to pick a team for this game, because, as I said, the last couple of games have been diabolical, have been terrible, so not many players really warrant a starting place. So it's going to be difficult to pick the team for this game, but I'm going to give it my best shot anyway. And yeah, hopefully you guys can agree, or if you disagree, let me know what changes you would like to see. But in goal, usually I would say Kepa straight away, but he had an absolute stinker on Saturday. He was woeful. So I would go with him again, but he really needs to up his game. Really does. He's been poor the last couple of weeks. He constantly and unnecessarily puts the back four under pressure with stupid passes when he could go long. He always... See, this is the thing. I wonder, does Frank tell him to go short all the time, or does he just go by his own accord? If he does, then he needs to sort that out, because if there's better options, we have a talisman, we have a tall striker up there in Tammy Abraham who can bring the ball down with his chest, with his head, and bring the likes of Willian, Pulisic into the game. Just go long, man. Sometimes you have to. So I really hope he's learned his lesson from Saturday and can put in a good performance. So I would just edge with him tomorrow. Right back, I would go with Reece James. I think him and Kovacic were possibly the only two players that could have left the game on Saturday with their heads held high. So I would go with him. If Rudiger's fit, play him. Even if he's not fit, play him. I'm going to go the team that I would like to see play. I've seen Rudiger back in training for about 2 weeks now, so he must be fit to at least play some of the game. I would start him if I'm being honest. Zuma and Christensen is a no-go for the rest of the season. I'm sorry. The 2 games that they've played, 3 games that they've played. No, they played against Aston Villa and Everton. Even against, Aston Villa, they looked so shaky, and then the game against Everton was just a complete shit show. So I think that partnership is a no-go for the rest of the season. I would go at Rudiger personally, and I'd bring Tomori back in because he was playing well enough. Yes, he wasn't a brick wall. He wasn't unbelievably solid, but he was consistent and he was doing well. So I'd go at Rudiger and Tomori. Left back, I'd bring in Emerson. Azpilicueta was woeful on Saturday. Again, I'm going to be saying this about most players. They were dreadful on Saturday, but Azpilicueta, it just looks like his legs are gone. I don't think he can play full back anymore, and he can't really operate as a centre back in a back 4. So I would bring in Emerson. Alonso wouldn't be the worst shout, but I would bring back in Emerson because he is better than Azpilicueta, and I just think Azpilicueta needs to be left out of the team for a while. If he can up his performances, bring him back in, but I just don't think he has the legs to play right back anymore, or even left back for that instance. He's getting on a bit, and he's not able to operate up and down constantly for 90 minutes, so I would play Emerson tomorrow. Midfield 3, I would bring Jorginho back in. I would. I think we've missed him. We missed him massively against Everton on Saturday. We missed him against West Ham. The games that we haven't played, even Aston Villa, we didn't play particularly well. We missed him, so I would bring him back in. I think our passing is a lot more fluid. The players make runs a lot more when he's on the ball, so I just think he's massively important if we want to win this game tomorrow, so I would go with Jorginho. I play Kovacic as well. Kovacic has been probably the only consistent player in these last 4 or 5 weeks, so I would continue with him. I don't think he's warranted any reason to be dropped, so I would continue with Kovacic. Kante has not played well recently, especially the last 2-3 games. He's looked completely off the ball. I will give him the benefit of the doubt because he has come back from a long injury, so I give him the benefit of the doubt. It's usually be a toss-up between Kante and Mount, but they're both not playing particularly well. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go with... this is a really tough one because Kante, just to be a bit more solid so we don't concede, although we will concede tomorrow. We will concede. I'm torn between Kante for that little bit more solidity, even though it's not really possible with us, or Mount because I feel we need to win this game, so we need that a little bit more of an attacking option going forward. Do you know what? I'm just going to go with Kante, leave it at that. I'm going to go Jorginho, Kovacic, Kante is the midfield 3. Front 3, I would go Tammy Abraham up front. I play Willian on the right. I don't think he was okay against Everton. He wasn't the best player. He wasn't the worst. And I would go with Pulisic. Pulisic wasn't particularly great against Everton, but again, he did not get any help from Azpilicueta down the left. So I think I'll just go with that front 3 because they have done well this season when we've been playing well. They've been they've been key to it. So I would go with them. So that's the team I'd like to see now. Excuse me. I've said it so many times in this video. We have to win this game. We don't have a choice. Drawing is not good enough. Even if it means we get through, I will not be happy. We should be beating Lille at home. One thing that has to be on form tomorrow is our defence. Now I know that's asking for a lot, and I'm probably asking for too much because we cannot defend. It's as simple as that. And it's not going to change in the space of 3 days. So, but we need to just stop making stupid decisions, stop giving away stupid balls, stop putting ourselves under pressure. If there's a chance to just clear the ball, clear the ball. If there's a chance to go long, go long. The opposition cannot score when they're in their own half. So football is a very basic sport. If you clear the ball away from your own area and you keep the ball away from there, the opposition can score. Yes, I understand that football nowadays is a lot of playing out from the back, trying to build attacks from the goalkeeper through to the through to the defence, excuse me, to the midfield, to the front line. So that's what football is nowadays, but it's very basic. The opposition cannot score if they're in their own half. It's that basic. Just do the basics, defend like any person, any real footballer can, and we should be okay. And I think what we need to do in the offensive side of the game, is stop being so indecisive, and just, if there's a chance to shoot. Stop dilly-dallying around with the ball in and around the box. Stop just looking for a pass all the time. It's very simple. Frank Lampard should be drilling this into the players. He was a player who would take shots from 40, 35 yards out and bang them in. Yes, I know you're not going to score with every single shot you take, but you'll never know if you don't take a shot. There's a saying in football, when you take a shot, if you don't buy a ticket, you don't win the raffle. Simple as that. If you don't shoot, you're never going to score. So if there's a chance to shoot, shoot. Obviously, if the pass is the better option, pass. If shooting is the better option, shoot. It's that basic. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it, and don't be so indecisive. It's that simple. If we can get that stuff mastered, we'll be a good team. But we haven't been at that. We haven't been at it that much. We haven't done well. It's as simple as that. But my prediction for the game tomorrow, now, it all depends what Chelsea turn up. If we play the way we did on Saturday, we're getting knocked out. Simple as that. But if we play the way we had done prior to the Man City game a couple of weeks ago, we can win this game and should win this game. It's all about attitude and the mentality, how Frank sets them up and how motivated they are and how much they want to get into the knockout stages. I'm going to go with... My head's telling me... Do you know what? I'm just going to be positive with this, and I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea. I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea. Last time I predicted 2-1 Chelsea, we won. So I'm going to go with that again. So that's all for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop it a like. Subscribe if you're new around here or you enjoy the content. And I will have the review for the game out on Wednesday. I won't be able to get it out tomorrow evening, as I will be out and about somewhere after the game. So I will get it out on Wednesday afternoon. Come on, Chelsea. Please do not let us down like you did the weekend. And can we get ourselves into the last 16 of the Champions League? Come on.